let's go ahead and get right into it, man. Hey, we talked about this. This is the off season, and Washington was not quiet. We got to work right away, right when the free agency opened, and made a number of signings. Austin Eckler, Frank Lavue, Bobby Wagner, Biotis, Allegretti. I mean, on and on. Like we just, I mean, went all in, and you and I have talked about this a lot. How we love what our coach and GM and all these guys are doing. It looks great, but let's narrow it down, man. I mean, we're getting close to that time where we're actually gonna get to see some of these guys get on the field. Who was the biggest free agent signing on the offense in your opinion?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the position group that you love. That is the most unsexy, and I'm gonna say that Tyler Biotis, the center that came from Dallas, it was our most important free agent signing on offense. Because for one, you're putting a veteran free agent that is now paired with a rookie quarterback to kind of help him out with calls, with checks, with calling out where blitzes may be, alignments, that type of stuff. You've got we were able to solidify that offensive line. It's been a turnstile the last couple of years because of injuries or because of poor play last year. You know, we had guys like Tyler Larson, who was in his 10th year, getting significant playing time the last 3 years.
Right.
When, you know, he's a backup and he shouldn't be playing half a season. So I think that's going to be really important. And it was a bolster to our weakest unit last year. And with the hope that, you know, by putting, you know, a strong player right at center, it can help some of the other positions to start to fortify because they have a big task ahead of them in protecting and helping out a rookie quarterback.
Oh yes, protecting that investment, man, and you know you gotta throw that little salt on it that I love even more that he came from Dallas. You know, I love that taking players away from Dallas is always lovely. For me,
and
you know,
before you name yours, there's one more thing on Biotis that helps out me and my family. He comes from Wisconsin.
There you go.
If I ever need to get the boys a jersey, I mean, my in-laws will be all right, well, it's Biotis. Okay, sure.
Let's go. Let's go. You always wanted your white boy offensive lineman from Wisconsin. Let's go, baby.
Right. Corn-fed white boys.
That's right. That's right. You know, I can't wait, man. I'm so excited to see it. Like you said, man, yeah, him being the quarterback of the O-line and being able to call protections and things like that, I'm super excited for because that was definitely a hole for us a year ago. Look, you know, Will, when I played in high school, you know the position that I love a little bit more than O-line is running back. And for me, yep, Johnny, wait, you got Eckler. That is it for me, man. Getting Austin Eckler just because of just how surprising it was. We were like, oh, snap. Eckler and Wagner were just like, oh, what? They want to come here? They want to play in Washington? So I love this because, A, this is going to take some pressure off Brian Robinson. Take some pressure off, you know, so he's not going to have so much of a workload. B, I think this guy, I mean, you know how great Eckler is, and anybody that's played in fantasy football every year except for last year, he is one of those top guys that you want to get because he's such a great dual threat guy. He's great in space. I told you off screen, he's Antonio Gibson 2.0 in my opinion. He can do all the things that we wanted Antonio Gibson to do, but when he's healthy, I mean, we saw he was elite in that Chargers offense, man. So I love this, and now that it's settling in, and you're starting to see him, and we're, you know, training camp is upon us. It's like, okay, this is real. This is real, and hopefully, last year was a blip on the radar, just a little, you know, a hiccup, and he can remain healthy. Because if we get a healthy Austin Eckler, Will, oh my goodness, man, that running game would be elite. Hey, you know what it reminds me of? You remember years ago when we got Larry Centers from the Cardinals?
Yes.
And how he was that great outlet. I mean, you know, he ran the ball, but he also was able to help us in the pass game, man. That's what I look at when I look at Austin Eckler, man. So I'm so hyped for this.
That's a great analogy. I love Larry Centers. That was one of those like under the radar free agent signings that was just huge that the Redskins did. No, I'm with you. There was times when at first I had feelings of like when Austin Eckler signed, I got excited in the standpoint of just like you said, like he's considering coming here. Like a guy who just like a year or two ago was a top fantasy player, a huge threat, like a known to defense. We have to stop this guy. He wants to come to Washington and play and he knows he's not the starter. But then I also had a little bit of shades of the offseason where we added Willie Parker and Larry Johnson, and neither one of them made the roster that year either. But but I will say this, that, this regime is a whole lot smarter than the regime was that signed those guys. So I certainly think he's got something in the tank. And I think, like you said, you just laid out a great opportunity for him to be a weapon where he has the ability to, not have to carry the load the entire time with B-Rob here, but play a significant role as a threat on defense and really help us stretch the field. So I'm excited about him too. I'm excited to see what he brings.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah, man.
Dun, 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 dun.
Let's go. The Washington Commanders. There it is.